Hi everybody, this is Method God. Today I'm going to talk about some new Godzilla 2014 information. And it looks like the Godzilla map of the Pacific finally got updated. Now last time we looked at the Bikini Islands, or Bikini Island, whatever. And now finally today, August 23rd, the Philippines was declassified. So I'll give you a link to the two new clips that were shown for the Philippine section, and also the actual Godzilla map of the Pacific websites. So let's go ahead and click Philippines. So once we click Philippines, we see right here a picture of it looks like a canyon or a ginormous cave. And it says substratum collapse 20 meters below surface. And we see some miner, or this one miner, coming out of the cave. So this looks pretty interesting. Now let's go to images. So this first image we see is some miners digging in Philippine soil, and of course you can download all these images. Next picture we see the skeleton of a ginormous creature in the cave, of course. Next image we see, it looks like a cocoon or spore, because right here on the side it says specimen A hatchling husk. And next image we see parasitic spore, unhatched states, and embryo state. So this is basically a drawing of the parasitic spore. And right here where it says embryo states, it looks like there's a lot of Mutos ready to hatch. And finally we see an image of the trail that we saw in the 2014 movie. And it says irrigated soil samples collected. Please review file 31.so.2. Okay. Now let's go to data, the most complex parts. It says report USDOD intelligence commands. INSCOM. I don't know what the heck that means. Keyhole satellite estimates length of spiked tail of Godzilla at 550 feet with 4 inches. Wow, that's pretty long. But now let's finally go to video, the most interesting parts. So there's 3 videos. One of them is called Fossilized Creature, that most of you have seen already if you've seen all my videos or past videos, whatever. And let's check this video called Godzilla Revelation, Philippines. So I'll let you guys hear, and I won't talk over it. So here we go, 3, 2, and 1.
Last year, the fossil remains of a Godzilla species were discovered beneath a mining camp in the Philippines. Contained within the remains were 2 radioactive spores, their kind unlike anything we'd encountered before. We believe them to have been a parasite species to the larger Godzilla species. The collapse of the valley floor released a pocket of radiation, and the resulting contact with the atmosphere catalyzed the embryo, resulting in a larva. The second specimen was determined to be dormant. Post-hatch activity pointed toward a precocial organism, typical among parasites seeking to flee the host. The diameter and length of the burrowing indicated the initial strength and size of the specimen were considerable. The Muto, still in larva form, traveled to Japan, where it burrowed beneath the Janjira nuclear facility, collapsing the structure foundation and causing a reactor breach. In the short time since, the Muto hatchling has already formed a cocoon-like structure about itself and the breached reactor. Thus far, this has resulted in near-perfect containment of the meltdown. Please review Dr. Sarazawa's research on how the Muto is absorbing radiation to familiarize yourself with our current data.
So that's about it. This was Godzilla Revelation, Philippines. And it is actually a very big possibility that that ginormous skeleton that was seen in the cave is actually Muto larva, or even one of the King Ghidorah's necks or something. So that is a great possibility. And I believe they did mention that a creature bigger, or a species bigger than Godzilla. I think that's what they said that, or if not, they mentioned that the big species was the Godzilla species. So I'm not really sure. Because if they said that there was a species bigger than Godzilla, then that means King Ghidorah. Because Rodin is smaller than Godzilla, and Mothra is smaller than Godzilla. I mean, Mothra is ginormous in imago form, but just overall bigness, Godzilla's taller, or Godzilla's bigger, whatever. So that is possibly King Ghidorah. Because the Mutos, they're shorter than Godzilla. You gotta admit that. The winged Muto is smaller than Godzilla, and the eight-legged Muto is smaller than Godzilla. So that probably means King Ghidorah. Anyway, so this next clip is titled Muto Files, Philippines. This is the most interesting in my opinion. And I believe it's the shortest. So here we go. 3, 2, and 1.
A few days ago, I received a tip from a source of mine that a former site manager for Universal Western Mining was claiming to have met with Serizawa and an unnamed colleague in 1999 following the collapse of a UWM mine in the Philippines. He sent me some photos of this massive sinkhole that opened up beneath the site, revealing an uncharted cavern and exposing miners to a pocket of radiation within. Inside this cavern, they found what appeared to be the bones of a massive dinosaur. After notifying the Philippine authorities, this site manager said he was referred to a team of nuclear containment experts. In less than 24 hours, a helicopter arrived, carrying 2 scientists in the employ of an organization none other than Monarch. One of them was Ishiro Serizawa. What they found in that cave, we can see in the Muto files. So if the Mutos were just living in a mine somewhere, waiting to be found, who's to say there aren't more of them out there? Who's to say Monarch isn't hiding them at another one of their sites this very instant? If you listen to the recording right here.
I believe them to have been a parasite species to the larger Godzilla species.
So as we heard there already, this is overall just interesting. So this means that the Monarch organization is hiding another Muto. It is a possibility they're hiding something else. And that's if they were just living, if that one Muto was just living there, that could mean that there's plenty of other sites that contain a spore of the Muto. Now I don't know if he means Muto as in the actual Muto creature that we saw in Godzilla 2014, the one that's looks insectoid looking, or they mean Muto just massive unidentified terrestrial organism by just every kaiju, but they just name it like that. For example, King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan, maybe they can be referred as Mutos. But then later on, since there's too many Mutos, they call them names. Like, it can be called King Ghidorah, one of them can be called King Ghidorah, another one can be called Rodan, another one can be called Mothra. So that is a big case. So this is basically the end for this video. So this is basically Philippines. Next time, it'll be Japan, and Japan will be declassified on August 28th. So, see that soon. Expect a video about that on August 28th. Every time this website is updated, I will always do a video about it on the same exact day it got updated. So yeah, I'll give you a link to the actual website and also to the 2 clips. So anyways, and for this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. This is Muto Kaiju, signing out.